Hey guys, welcome to another episode. Today I'm talking to Steve of the band Malice. Sorry about that. How you doing today?
All right, I'm pretty good actually. We just played a show last night, so just recovering from that. Yeah, all good.
So can you elaborate on the band for those who don't know about Ancient Malice?
So Ancient Malice is a new band that I started about a year ago. Um, yeah, it would be a year ago. I left a band called Abandon Incarnate, which I was playing in for 30 years, and then I set up Ancient Malice. So I got some other like-minded people together, and we wanted to do this kind of old school grind, deck grind kind of thing, kind of based on, 1988, 1989 kind of Napalm Death and Tunes, that kind of stuff. Repulsion maybe, especially maybe
Nice,
fast lo-fi kind of gritty, dirty garage grindcore, death metal.
nice. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. To be honest with you,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
old school stuff was always the best.
I mean, that's where we kind of, as a young teenager, that's what you start listening to, and your head kind of gets stuck there, doesn't it?
It
you
does. It
know,
does with
yeah,
me.
yeah,
Um, some of these modern grindcore bands I can't kind of relate to. Um,
yeah.
just always go back to the older stuff, like you said, Napalm Death, Repulsion,
Mm.
Carcass. Still a big
Carcass
Carcass
also,
fan.
yeah. Mm.
Even their newer stuff's kind of a little different, but I still like it a
Yeah.
lot. So,
The
go
the
ahead.
noisy kind of disgusting old carcass, like Symphonies of Sickness and Wiki Putrefaction. Man,
Yeah.
that's filthy music. I love it.
Did you ever hear their album of all their demos they put together before?
um, I listened to it ages ago, but I can't actually remember. I mean, thank you for reminding me because I'm probably going to check it out after this. Um, yeah, I love it. It's
Yeah,
good.
it's gnarly sounding, that's for sure.
Mm.
Um, but I actually like that album probably the best
All right.
of all their work. So,
Mm.
can you tell us a little bit about your musical background?
Me personally,
Yeah.
um, well, okay, I'm like what 48 now, so I've been playing guitar since I was what 11. Um, so I haven't really done much with the guitar except play like thrash, death metal, and grind. Um, so and then I've played in like I said, a band Incarnate. I don't know if you heard of those guys for 30 years. Did about 6 albums with them. Toured all over the fucking world. Played in a black metal band called Gyasa. Um, yeah, so that's basically my resume of music.
Oh, so you were in a black
Mm.
metal band. Okay.
I was for a bit, yeah. There was they it was called Gyasa, so they did kind of Celtic black metal stuff. They were signed to Seasons of Mist Records. Uh, they got in touch with me like 1997, I think. They wanted a guitar player, so I played with them for 10 years.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah, and it was interesting because I was doing the death metal stuff, and then this was kind of like challenged me a bit. So I played a lot more melodic stuff with them, and it was black metal for a bit, and then we just kind of started doing a lot of covers. So we're doing like Maiden covers and Led Zeppelin stuff and everything. It got crazy, and then we just split up. But we did a couple of albums with them and did a few European gigs, but I didn't really. Yeah, Abandon
Oh,
Incarnate was a big one. So
nice, nice.
mm,
As far as your current band, I listened to the album and is it's brilliant. I love it a lot.
thank you very much.
Hasn't
Um,
left
um,
my player for a while now.
awesome, awesome.
But
Maybe
go ahead.
I'll send you over a CD. Make sure you give me your address. I'll post you a CD.
Sure. Always not a problem at all.
Where are you?
Uh,
Denver.
sir,
Is that right?
I'm in where?
Are you in Denver?
No,
Where
Birmingham, Alabama,
are you? Where are you?
United
I don't know
States.
why I got Denver in my head. Yeah, sure. Yeah, cool.
So,
All about.
in regards to Ancient Malice, what do you guys focus on lyrically and song structure wise?
Lyrically, we've been doing the kind of just the death, morbid kind of disease, all that kind of stuff. But it's all kind of metaphorical, so it's real life issues, personal stuff that we would just write these kind of zombie disease lyrics that would all have a deeper meaning to it, really. So, if I'm angry about something else, I'd write a lyrics to a song, which would be basically, check out this corpse, it stinks, it's horrible. But that'll all be metaphor for like, check out this, my next door neighbor's an asshole or something, It'd really, it'd be
Like,
symbolic of something else, if you know what I mean.
I I can relate to that
But
100%.
I don't want to have this kind of shit band that sings about the neighbor being an asshole. You know what I mean? Yeah. um, so I mean, a style. Like you don't want to pick up Carcass album. You want to see about maggots and pus and shit. Uh, but he might be singing about maggots and pus, but it might have a deeper meaning and be symbolic of something else. I would like to hope so. Anyway, you can only write about like a rotten dead corpse so many times. I guess it's got to have a deeper meaning there somewhere.
Yeah, I no, I agree with that 100%. If I start a gore grind band, I've got years of working in a hospital. So I could probably at least pump out 10 albums worth of lyrics.
Uh,
Seeing, I started during COVID,
yeah,
so that
lots
was
of source material.
yeah, a lot of source
Yeah,
material.
sick.
Some of the yeah, some of the sick, gnarly stuff is yeah, it's pretty interesting. It's interesting to watch the human
Mm-hmm.
body break down like it does, and just yeah, I'm morbid like
Ugh,
that, but
yeah,
but
yeah. I mean,
so are
we're
you?
we're we're so delicate, aren't we? I mean, we're so. I mean, we walk around, we're all fresh flesh and blood, and we got all these ideas in our heads and all this stuff we want to do, but we could just die at any minute. It's fucking crazy.
It is.
Die and rot at any minute. That's like,
Well, when you think about it, the moment you're born is the moment you start dying as well, because so cells start dying off. So
yeah,
it's
it's a
kind
long,
of.
slippery slope to hell.
Yeah, I would agree with that one for sure. Um, so tell me a little bit more about this album. Like, how did you guys get everything going? Were you in a certain headspace?
Well, yeah, okay, so I was quite eager to get this stuff done before Christmas, actually. So I kind of pushed the two guys quite hard. And then luckily enough, I don't think we were ready at Christmas. So we went to the studio. We booked it to this like posh studio in the city, and the computer broke, so we had to rebook for another day. Then I think the engineers had a family emergency and couldn't make that one. And then the next time we booked it, it was double booked. So it was like the Cosmos was saying, you can't come to the studio. So what we did was we took some of the money we had for that and we bought some microphones and stuff, and we recorded it ourselves in our practice space.
I,
Um,
it
because we have our own practice space. So we could, relax and do it in our own time. And Adam, the drummer, he basically did all the work there. He did the recording and he mixed
okay.
it and mastered it. The whole thing. It's amazing.
Sounds like it'd be
So,
a great experience, honestly.
and I mean that goes back to the kind of 1988, 89, the Carcass demos and stuff. And click track. There's no you're jamming, you're making a rehearsal, magic, that actual. Because a lot of the time when you go to record these days, I find you're going into the studio, the engineer's got this click track up. There's all these fucking computerized waveforms on the screen, and you know, just your whole thing's just been digitalized and fucked up. And it's like, this is not what it's supposed to sound like, but it's supposed to sound like fucking somebody having a shit in a toilet, you know? It's not like it's supposed to be take that shit out and wash it and clean it up and then, look at this lovely piece of shit we have, you know? It's got to be a dirty piece of shit, not a nice piece of shit. So I think it's cool. It's like a garage band, if you know what I mean. We recorded it in a garage basically, jamming. So I'm into all demos more than albums as well, you know. So a lot of that ethos drove it, I think, just to be lo-fi and DIY and yeah, all that shit.
Well, honestly, that's the best type of sound in music is when it's more personal and more intimate instead of, you know, you go to the studio and like you said, they're going to dissect everything. They're going to put the computers on it and clean and polish it perfectly. To me, that you lose some of the integrity of the original source of the
Yeah,
material. Um, you know, I miss the days of analog recording. You know, so if you screwed up, you got to get right back to it and do it all over
yeah.
again.
I trained as a sound engineer. I trained as a sound engineer back in the '90s and analog, so on tape, reel to reel. I love that shit. But maybe the next time we'll try and get some reel to reel going. But this time you have to do it on the computer. But I've been to do some proper analog recording again. I love it. I love it because
I,
every desk, every bit of analog machinery has its own little ghosts in it. You know what I mean? It's got its own unique kind of vibrations and um, it's got its own personality. All these mixing desks and tape machines, you know, the real fucking real pieces of machinery. It's not all virtual in the cloud. You know what I mean? It's fucking real. So
yeah.
I get you. I agree with you on the analog stuff.
Well, the problem with the modern technology is, like you said, if a computer crashes, you can end up losing everything you've done. The next thing you know, you're going to have to redo it all over again. But with analog, it's a lot, to me, it's a lot harder to
Yeah,
lose that stuff. Uh, and that's why I'm never
yeah,
really a huge fan of doing things recorded digitally. Because, like I said, for me, it takes away the integrity of the source material.
mm,
And, you know, once you start doing that,
yeah,
I mean, look at Napalm Death. You know, the earlier stuff sounds so gnarly and disgusting, but then some of their newer stuff is also polished and clean. It just, I know it's the same band, but it doesn't necessarily
mm,
sound like the same band to a degree. So, but
yeah. It loses. No, it's very robotic, isn't it? It's very robotic. It sounds like a machine. Is it's just so perfect, you know. You need to have a muddy mistakes and a bit of sloppiness and tempo changes, and I think that makes things human.
I would agree with that 100%. Would agree with that 100%. Um,
You okay there? It's just, mm.
I'm sorry, what was that?
I'm just saying. I think there's a bit of a delay on this because I think you're getting what I'm saying about 10 seconds later, and it's a bit of a strange conversation.
There is a little bit of a delay.
There's a bit of a
um,
yeah, but not to worry, not to worry. We're okay.
So, are you? Tell me about the shows you're playing. Is there a strong metal scene where you are at?
Yeah, in Dublin, Ireland, there's shows every week. I mean, you've got big bands coming through a lot. I mean, well, not big metal bands. So you're talking about like 500-600 people shows. So you'd have like I don't know Pentagram, Cancer, uh, people like that coming through every week. For the underground gigs, like last night we had 90 people paying, and that was like our third gig. So that's pretty strong. Um, but we had good bands playing with us as well. We had a band called Zealot Cult from Limerick, and a band called White Revenant, which do kind of a cosmic kind of death metal thing, which is cool. So yeah, we had a good show. Like I said, about 90 people there. I mean, there's gigs on every week. There's a big scene. I mean, and it's also split as well. I mean, there's a lot of guys go to one type of underground gig, and then the other guys will go to another type. So there's all these kind of bullet belt guys, you know. They all go to their gig, and then there'll be more the punky kind of metal guys like myself will go to different
Right.
gigs.
Have you guys ever thought about touring the
Sometimes
States
they'll
any?
cross over, so it fragments a bit. Wow. Well, yeah, the States, man, it's so difficult with the visa and your immigration is so strict. I wouldn't want to risk it. I mean, I know people who've toured the States and they've gone in and they've borrowed everything when they get there. They've borrowed guitars, they've borrowed drums because they won't let them in without a fucking work permit. And they're so expensive to get. And because underground shows are so for these work permits, so we Europeans have to sneak in under the radar. And your ice is terrifying. So I'm not going to chance that. I mean, we've gone to Russia. So we went in on a fake visa and turned around Russia. We weren't even supposed to leave Moscow, and we went all over the fucking country. This was the old band. But yeah, I'd like to go to America, but I mean, it would have to be sort the visa shit out now because I don't want to end up in fucking Guantanamo Bay or wherever the fuck you send people nowadays. Because I just want to play a show, you know. I mean, there's no money in underground metal, and it wouldn't be taking work away from anybody or anything like that. But it's just so strict, isn't it? You gotta have a fucking visa. You can't fuck around anymore. So if that's sorted, yeah, sure, I'll come. Um, my friend was just over in New York. Actually, she was at some festival. I can't fucking remember what it was called. Some black metal festival. Yeah, it will come back to me. Sorry.
You're fine, man. I know it's both kind of early morning for us late nighters. So,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
especially
yeah.
you since you played a gig last night, I know
Still
you got to be
struggling with the
tired.
hangover. Mm.
Do you have any?
I'm okay. Yeah.
You're Irish. We understand. We understand. Uh, so, do you have any crazy tour
Yeah.
stories?
I'm just looking at all my empty beer cans here. But Ancient Malice, so we've only played 3 shows now. We've played 3 shows in Dublin, so there's no crazy tour stories. But like I said, I've been to South America, Peru, Colombia, Ecuador, Australia 3 times, Russia twice, all over Europe. With Abaddon Incarnate, we've had some pretty crazy. It was awesome. It's just like such a crazy place. Um, yeah, I mean, younger as well. Like I'm getting to that age now. I don't know if I could actually sit on the bus or sleep on the bus and play the gig and then sleep on the bus. I need hotels and a fucking Thai massage every night now, just to keep myself supple.
It's tour as a lot of my buddies, myself agree. Touring is a young man's game. It's much
I
better
guess
to
so. Yeah.
yeah, play local shows, and you don't want to be on a bus and stuck and icing down your joints every friggin' night. And
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I'll do it. I will do it, but it's gonna hurt.
perfectly understandable.
Mm.
So now that you guys got this album out, are you guys writing new material, or are you just kind of focusing on playing shows right now?
Yeah, we've started to write some new stuff. I'm not sure what we're going to do just yet. We'll probably do like might do an EP or like a single or something. Maybe just 2 or 3 songs. just to get that out over the winter, just to keep the momentum going. I'm probably doing another full length this time next year.
Okay.
That's what I'm thinking anyway. I haven't really talked to the guys about that much because we've about 3 or 4 songs written there, new songs, and then there's I've got a bunch of riffs that are ready to go, and yeah, so we should be. I mean, we got a new guitar player in as well. We got a second guitarist, so there's 4 of us now. So the last couple of weeks we've just been getting the set tight for this gig. So we get a rehearsal this week, and next week we'll probably definitely be writing new stuff. I guess, and we're all sick of playing songs now. Right.
So with the audiences, are you seeing a mixture of both old and new metal heads, or how's it going?
Yeah,
Still
our
with me?
demographic will be
Yeah,
everybody's,
demographic. Sorry.
40, 50. But there we go. Have you got me? Yes. So you're talking about people are like, 40, 50. But there are a couple of younger 20, 30-year-olds there, but they would be the exception, really. Everybody's a bit getting on a bit. Saying like Pyrexia, they played here like last week, I think, and that would have been full of kids, 20-year-olds. They love to slam. But what we're seeing personally is guys my age, older. So there's people at the show going, oh, my grandkids did this, my grandkid did that, and tell me all about the fucking old lives. And it's like, oh, you remember 20 years ago when we did this? And it's like, yeah. Fucking. So yeah, it's mostly older people.
Yeah, I can understand that. I'm not into the whole slam dancing and stuff like that, to be honest with you.
Mm.
This brutal slamming, guttural, however they label themselves, I just it's like mostly pig squeals and weird noises, and I can't make almost anything out of their lyrics. Which lyrics to me are important. I like to know what the band's singing
Yeah,
about, but I have a hard time with this. That's the noises they make, and I'm just
cool.
like,
Yeah.
is that even singing, or are we trying to summon pigs? But
Mm.
how?
I get it.
What's
It's not really it's not my scene really. I don't follow that music, but I've toured with a lot of bands like that, and I can respect what they do and all. But like you say, it's not really it's not really what I'm into. I mean, like Stefano Tripsy, they're from where are they from? San Diego, I think. And 7H Target, bands like that. They're all slam bands. They're pretty like they're good bands and good people, but like you say, I'm not really into that. I'm more into the kind of trashy kind of old 80s shit, you know.
like the
Uh,
good bands of
More than that kind of.
Protector? I like that. I would agree with you. I like a
I
lot
should
of
do one
the.
of these bands, right?
No, you shouldn't. No, no, no. It's like old MacDonald had a farm mixed with death metal.
Yeah.
But I do agree with you. I like a lot of the '80s stuff where it had where death metal had a more of a thrash metal vibe mixed in with
And
it.
I'm sure they can take the piss out what I do, which is fair enough. Yeah.
Well, is there anything you'd like to say to the audience before we depart?
Well, no, just thanks very much, Malice, except the Biography of the Dead. Check us out on Spotify, YouTube. Drive our stats up. It's very important to get our stats up because the more views we have, the more gig offers we get, and it all helps out really. So if you can check us out on Spotify, that'd be awesome. Thanks for your support. Thanks for giving me the platform to talk to you today.
Oh, no problem.
Yeah,
Pleasure's been
cool.
mine.
Yeah, I'm
Well,
sorry about
guys,
the technical problems. We seem to have some kind of a lag, but I
it's
think we should be. I think it worked in the end.
it happens. Well, guys, thank you
Yeah,
for tuning in. It's been another episode. I've been talking to Steve with Ancient Malice. Please go and support the guys. And thank you so much for everything. And I'll see you all in the next episode.